Hello everyone, I am Peggy from Taiwan. It is my honor today to present a project here that is close to my heart, looking forward to daily life. My home, Taiwan, is a lovely island with stunning landscape, engaging culture, and delicious food. Taiwan is a peaceful home for 23 million people, where joy and happiness happened. But is Taiwan really safe? There's a huge international problem that has always existed and has not exploded yet. Chances are war may break out at any time. But in fact, we Taiwanese have long been used to this. Some people turn a blind eye to this, but some people try to face it. This is the real situation in Taiwan. Looking at the situation, many people predict Taiwan might face the same fate as Ukraine. On the other side of the globe, 130,000 houses have been destroyed in the war right now, and over 300,000 people lost their lives. People are suffering. They cannot live their ordinary life they yearn for. Will we Taiwan be the next Ukraine? We're still lucky enough that we don't have to wake up in a bomb. But the fear of the future had caused the debates in Taiwan. We've been lucky to express freely about the politics in Taiwan, but none of the debates can change the fact that the danger is imminent. In fact, 40 years ago, for political purposes, all Taiwanese were soldiers and worshipped political leaders unconditionally. This leader was Chiang Kai-shek, being much admired and loved at the time, while now, from time to time, his statue has been splashed with paints, and other statues were eventually abandoned in the memorial park. In contrast, a 10 meters high statue of Chiang Kai-shek and his memorial park is still in Taipei. What caused the contradiction? That's because 40 years ago, in order to control state power, he restricted the freedom of the people, and many opponents were imprisoned or even lost their lives. This historical event is known as the White Terror. The information was released slowly after his passing. Some said, how can we commemorate such a killer? Some said it was Chiang Kai-shek who led Taiwan onto the track of the democracy today, so we surely admire him. I've been always wondered, how would my sweet home be living in such a controversial society? What is the point of such an argument? Has our life become better? To eliminate the negativity among society, I aim to redesign the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall to awaken people's attention to the quality of life. The Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall has multiple social symbols. For veterans, it is a place for memory and admiration, while for political victims, the existence of this place will always be an irony. For the new generation of us, these things seem to be gradually into history. But in my point of view, I think the site is more than just commemorate a historical figure. I remember when I was young, my grandpa and I enjoyed the cultural performances in the square in front of the hall, and my family spending weekends there together under the rare open sky in the dense city of Taipei. During the epidemic, such freedom was temporarily restricted, which inspired us to think about the interaction between people and the environment. I want to show the rebirth of society after the trauma and express our yearn for an ordinary and free life. This is my design, looking forward to daily life. Through the simplest design, this the most controversial site become a city living room where life and joy happen. So, this is the current situation of the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall. There's a wide plaza in front of the hall, which was built for shaping the stately atmosphere. The plaza nowadays become a rare open space in the compact city, which become a wonderful place to hold public events. This means the service nature of the land is gradually turning to be born for the users, which made me believe that this wide and rare feature had great potential to change lives. For example, to change the impact of global warming. Under the background of high-density construction, many cities in Asia have serious urban heat island problems, especially in Taiwan, where the heat island index can reach 6 degrees. As for the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall, the huge plaza has the ability to change environment problems and improve the comfort of people's lives. The goal of this design is not only to serve the visitors, but also to regenerate the entire city. According to relevant study, the park is conducive to improve the thermal comfort of the surrounding area, but its benefits are easily blocked by dense building and wind direction. In my design, the huge central plaza is lifted up to create a multi-layered landscape. And by the result of solar and ventilation analysis, we can see the lifted plantings are closer to the urban canopy layer, which make the wind smoother to spread the cooling effect of greens. On the other hand, this project had also changed the social spirit. Before, the site had left a lofty and sacred spiritual symbol. In order to eliminate this symbol, I raised the surrounding area of the hall, replaced the sanctity central axis with a broken and rugged corridor, which echoes the rugged history of the ancestors in pursuit of freedom. Eventually, the gentle slope formed the open space below, and the public function is given to the people. From climate transition to political transition, this is the best choice for the site in this generation. Through my creation, the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall will be transformed into a colorful and free urban living room that welcomes the masses. In terms of the service function, I have collected the requirements for the configuration to actual interviews with the surrounding residents and site users on the use of this place. The requirements including reading rooms, fitness and exercise space, citizen center, and community classrooms. All of these functions are deployed below the umbrella-shaped support structure, which is constructed by sustainable design, including a large number of gradings, natural ventilation, heat dissipation, and rainwater collection. The library here serves knowledge about history, which echoes the value of the site. As for the auditorium, public conferences will be held to convey information and condense social connection. This design brings colorful vitality to the site, just as the same concept as the color code of the year Reconnect from Nippon Paint. The color code used the 3 primary colors as the color tone, reconciling the strong color in a fresh, colorful way, showing the inner joy of gardening. This is based on the scientific demonstration, which will entirely change the visitor's mood. On the other hand, when you see the new design from the height, a harmonious and gentle green will bring into your vision. This brings a mild and comfortable views to the surrounding high-rise building. All I want to make is to give everything on the side to the public to regenerate the freedom and vitality of the city. This huge concrete square before, which was freezing in winter and burning in summer, will soon transform into an urban living room, a hill of vitality. Through this project, I want to trigger our thinking about the coexist interaction of people, the environment, and the climate, especially after the trauma of the pandemic. Through the nature-based solution, this design has changed the quality of life in the city. From the change of the comfortable environment, society's perception of land has changed. Land should be served to the masses and exist for life. In the end, it will further change everyone's insistence on society and their own opinions. I, as an ordinary citizen, through this ordinary design, want to tell the world the loudest. The essence of society is life, and the essence of life is happiness. Thank you for your attention. By the end of my speech, I want to dedicate this creation to my grandfather. I am here today with his autobiography. He was born in mainland China. At his age of 17, he was forced to leave his hometown to join the army because of the civil war between the Kuomintang and the Communist Party. After 6 years of marching, he went from mainland China to Vietnam and finally come to Taiwan. After 40 years away his home, he returned to his hometown only to realize that he would never see his parents again. He never thought that life would be like this, but under the development of the political situation, he had to sacrifice a peaceful life. When he returned home to worship his ancestors at the age of 70, he left his manuscript. Mom, where are you? Beyond the azure sky, in heaven's embrace, yet all I see is green grass on a peaceful moon. I miss you. Forever and ever I yearn. You're not gone. You're always alive in my heart. This project is in memory of my grandfather and those who have sacrificed their ordinary lives for political situation. Thank you for your listening.